patent, patent, patent. I can't do the Oprah voice, so I'm not going to do a terrible imitation here, but you get a patent, and you get a patent, and you get a patent. People throw around the term patent all the time. You see that Monsanto was suing farmers for using their patented plant strains without paying for them, or Sony just patented a new type of heads-up TV display that feeds ads into your peripheral vision while you watch a movie, or your neighbor has a patent pending on a tinfoil helmet designed to keep the lizard people from brainwashing us with their 5G towers. Given that, you might think all patents are the same. It's just a blanket term. There's some key differences to understand, because all the things I listed above would be different types of patents with different requirements. First thing to know about the different types of patents is there are provisional patents and non-provisional patents, sometimes referred to as full patents. Provisional patent isn't really a set of protections. Provisional patent is a placeholder. It gives you a first right to file. Essentially, it's a hall pass to cut to the front of the line. You want to publish a paper about what you're working on, or you want to go after investment for the idea, or you need to discuss it with outsiders for some reason. So you file a provisional. You go, this is going to be amazing in the future, but I still have to figure out a couple of things, but it needs more bake time. Provisional patent gives you that perfection time, within reason. See, a provisional allows you first file rights for 1 year. From the moment you submit the provisional application, because it's not technically examined, you have 1 year to actually file your non-provisional or full patent. If you don't, comes public knowledge, and your ability to protect it goes up in smoke. So it's a double-edged sword. It gives you a timeline that you have to action upon. If you think you'll need more than a year to gather your data, secure your claims, get your evidence, then you're not ready for a provisional. Then you're definitely not ready for a non-provisional. Now, a non-provisional is what we generally think of when we think patent. It's the thing that protects your idea for a period of time and lets you capture a unique market advantage. We have an entire section devoted to the patent process and the application, so I'm not going to belabor the point about non-provisionals here. Instead, we're going to walk and talk about the 3 types of non-provisional patents you can have: a design patent, a plant patent, and a utility patent. First 2 are kind of simple, third one's a bit more complex. For a design patent, one critical thing to know is that it's ornamental only. This means the look and feel of some physical thing, and not the function of it. If you have a design that makes something work better, faster, stronger, Daft Punk shout out. Enough fun though, serious biz here. Then it's not applicable for a design patent. As soon as you add any component that influences the functionality of that object, you've moved into the realm of a utility patent, which we'll get to in just a second. Because we also have to talk about plant patents. Now, in case you couldn't tell from my vibe look, I ain't no farmer. Instead of a green thumb, it's more like a death thumb. Ooh, Paul Bearer vibes there. Anyways, plant patent is related to just that, plants. You have to have invented or discovered the plant, but you also have to have been able to asexually reproduce the plant. You can't just be out on safari and find some mysterious berry that no one's ever seen or heard of. You have to reproduce it via grafting, cutting, or whatever other types of asexual production occur in plants. Remember, thumb of death. And that clone must be genetically identical to the parent. Now, like a design patent, plant patent only protects the biological thing that is the plant. The usage of it or processing of it would be a different type of patent. Which brings us to our last item, utility patent. Strap in. I'm going to get a bit bumpy. Remember way back in this video when I said that a non-provisional patent is what we're typically talking about when we think patent? Oh, that's half right. Other half is we're usually talking about a utility patent. And there's a reason for that. In 2020, 92% of all patent applications were for a utility patent. So, lion's share to say the least. It's because it has the most options or criteria. Where a design patent covers the ornamentation and a plant patent covers the actual plant itself, a utility covers the implementation or use of those. Utility is granted for new or improved processes, products, or machines. Processes or machines is already a pretty wide band, but when you add in products, that blows the lid right off it. A product can be just about anything. Might be something physical, something digital, some type of service, some new material. Just anything, really. From a business standpoint, a product is simply the way you drive revenue. Defining that product is totally up to you. Similar vein of thought exists in the IP world. That's why it's hard to quantify exactly what a utility patent is. And when you throw in the fact that you can have multiple types of protections on something, and it really turns into a head scratcher. Easiest way to think about a utility patent is that it covers what drives invention or innovation. Most things born out of research activities will be applicable for a utility patent, even for a plant. Think about it. Yes, you can and should cover the plant itself, but the research you're probably doing is the process to create that plant, the change to the DNA of the plant to get those results you're looking for. Necessary process for creating the right growing conditions for the plant. Those would be utility patents, because they're a process methodology, unique and useful. All this information is really just a high-level overview of the differences between these types of patents. You can find more nuanced differences and why those differences matter to you in our course content. We hope that you have a better understanding now of the types of patents that are out there. Thanks.